I'm Commander Shepard, and VGS is my favorite show on the Citadel.
We can't have too much of that song on because then we have to pay for it. So let's put that down real quick. I'm Andy Burkowski here for Video Game Sophistry, our extended radio program. You've probably seen some of our segments, Dialogue Wheel, Point of Interest. More likely, you've seen our videos on Prey or Mass Effect Andromeda, or for some reason, you've seen our man Anton's video on Horizon Zero Dawn. People are enjoying that.
Or you've seen one Rise video that has 1 million views.
Yes.
And it's still going up exponentially.
Yeah. This is Gaming Culture. I'm joined this week by the brand man, Liam Brand.
Ayo.
And what's his face? Jesse.
You remember my last name still?
Jesse Earl,
Hey,
the
he
Earlington,
does.
the
There we
Earl Grey.
There you
Jesse.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there's
Iconic
not a
Earl.
lot.
Yeah.
Iconic Earl?
Earl sweatshirt.
That is the name I have used for video game, like gamer tags on Xbox Live and stuff since I was like 8.
What was the
Earl
name?
Grey.
I don't like that.
You said it.
It's not good.
Well.
So how's everyone doing? Oh, great. This is wonderful. Off to an exciting start here on VGS.
Playing nothing but Stardew Valley lately.
Yeah?
That's all I've been doing. Applying for jobs I'm not going to get in Stardew Valley.
That's
Maybe
what I
I'll
call
take it in
stinking
my own
thinking.
hands and I'll go buy a farm and I'll just go live on it. And I will live the life of Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome. I got myself a sexy new gaming PC, so I've been playing
Did you?
those nice looking games.
Did you make like just a hardcore, I'm talking banging custom mod case, bro?
The case itself isn't really that nice. It's got like a little window on the side, but it's using that new experimental AMD Ryzen 7, which is like supposedly 50% more powerful than the new like Intel i7s, which is pretty crazy.
I had a dream that I bought a new computer and then it turned into a nightmare because I melted.
You melted.
Yeah,
the computer.
I
did
just
not.
know I was literally just typing,
completely
and I
unrelated.
got like, oh, cool, these new graphics cards are great, and then I started to melt into the keyboard.
Your
It has
mind is
nothing to do with
terrifying,
that.
Andy.
No, it really is.
That's pretty cool.
I got a question, folks.
Right.
Before we started recording this week, and again, we're doing something a little different. This is our actual show, the full segment. If you remember what we did for the radio show, it's more akin to that. And I was a little bit late. It's not as late as Liam, but not as early as Jesse. So still right in the middle of badness. And I was late because I ordered some delicious, not a sponsor of the program, pizza from Mama's Pizza. Big fan of Mama's Pizza. You guys fucks with the Mama's Pizza?
I have never had that before in my life.
Your mom's pizza is great.
My Mama's Pizza is wonderful, but I was talking about the actual brand, the place.
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right. Well, I guess this story won't matter to you. But here's the question. I ordered the thing online. It says it's going to be 45 minutes. Hour 10 rolls around. They say they're going to be here in 10 minutes. I tell them I got a gaming show to record. I can't be here at this moment. At what point do you think is reasonable for me to expect them to bring the pizza to my new location?
A 2-hour wait. And
A 2 hour? So you think it would have been, it wasn't right if I just said, well, sorry, folks, I'm not going to be at my home address. You got to bring this to the station. Do you think that would not have been appropriate?
I think it could have flown depending on how you played it. I mean, if you just started yelling at them over the phone, no way, right? But maybe you try to be a little bit nice.
No, I was soft. I was nice
Oh
and
yeah,
soft.
you came in with that Andy Borkowski
Ooh.
special touch.
I would, yeah, well, I don't know about that, but yeah, I would ask very nicely. Also, they didn't speak English that well, so I was worried that it wouldn't translate. Liam, you're surprisingly quiet for this.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
interesting.
God, I swear.
Now there is that
Tell
little
me.
switch ending in your story though, where you finally got here,
Yeah.
you opened it, and it wasn't even what
It
you
wasn't
ordered.
even what I wanted. That set 20-piece wings, medium pizza goodness. And I wanted the wings to be not barbecue, but buffalo, because who wants barbecue wings?
Just so you know, this is terrible content.
This is great. What are you talking about? This is
Talking
wonderful.
about pizza you ordered.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. I swear to fucking Christ. These new millennials. They come in here.
I'm younger
saying,
than him.
Like, oh no. And yeah, but look at him. I swear to Christ.
I've been here for 2 years.
We need to be talking about everything that's new and fresh in different communities. Is this woke enough? Liam, I don't care if this is woke enough. Just go play with your fidget spinners in the corner for a second. I'm talking about stuff that matters. I didn't get the right damn buffalo wings, and it's a tragedy. It's probably the worst thing that's happening right now in our society. Buffalo wing mistakes in your orders.
No, you know what? The worst thing happening in our society, you just mentioned it's fidget spinners. It's not your pizza not showing up properly. It's
All right,
fidget
we're not
spinners.
that old, boys. So your advice to me is just I should have planned my life better.
Go pick it up, man. Come on.
No,
Go pick it. You don't have to tip a delivery guy anymore.
No, but you gotta help that sort of economy, don't you think?
Then you got to end up waiting like 2 hours for your order, and it's just not
Why
good.
were you so late,
I
Liam?
played a great video game the other day. We should talk about it.
Impossible. Why were you so late, Liam?
I was just at work, you know?
This is
Working
the most
the
important
life.
work in your life.
That is true. I should have
Speaking
just
of
walked out of my
which-
paying job.
Let's take a moment.
What's new, Pussycat?
Here we go.
Whoa,
Bringing it back, folks.
What's new,
Cue
Pussycat?
that cool animation.
It better, Hunter. Make it happen. Cool animation. What's New, Pussycat? The weekly feature where we tell you the games that are coming out from the next 7 to 7 days, your full week. This week, Jesse, there's not a lot of big titles that are new releases coming out.
Not really.
But there is a big event that pretty much everyone in the gaming community is aware of.
And
Drum roll.
Yeah, give me
put
an
that-
actual drum roll, boys. Come on.
Are you doing it? Can we-
Okay,
is that-
we'll get a better one in
we'll
there.
try it. We'll do it in post. Hunter, we'll get that in post.
And we have the big old Steam summer sale happening for all the people like Liam that just bought brand new computers. You know, they finished up with school. Their summer's coming up. They want to buy those nice games that they couldn't afford before. There are tons of sales going on, and we have quite a few of them as far as the AAA games and some of the indie games go.
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is
Oh, hold on. Don't get into it just
Oh,
yet.
whoa, what?
Don't get, you're getting a little
Don't
too
you want the
close
meat
there.
and potatoes?
Not just yet. You're getting a little too familiar. Now, these Steam sales, are you like me that you will buy a literal buttload of games on these and still have not played them from the Steam sale of 2016?
No, I'm poor.
Yeah, I have like 500 games in my library, my Steam library, and I'm gonna buy about 500 more in this sale.
If you buy 500 more games, then I will give you $1,000.
Sure.
But you said it here,
Buy
folks.
those games? Like,
VGS 107. It's when I sealed my fates. You don't have 500 games in your Steam
no,
library.
but I have upwards of
Then why do you lie? Why do you lie? You're just trying to.
I'm just trying
he's
to
a
impress
degenerate.
the
He
viewers.
shows up
That's
late
it.
and he lies. And
These millennials, man.
Millennials.
I'm gonna call you fidget spinner from now on. But no, this is a
good
this is a
God.
fun time of year though, because it is a lot of the games that we want to play, but you don't want to play at $70. I think Prey is a good example of that. It's a fun game. You don't want to play at $70. What are some of the titles we're gonna get that used to be 70 and now are a whole lot less?
So Ghost Recon Wildlands was 70, not all too much of that less. Now it's on for 33% off. It's $53.59 on Steam. So, you and your friends pick
Not
it up,
bad.
have a good time, go shoot some people in this country that are terrorists, I
Bolivians.
guess. Bolivians?
Yes.
Is that what it was? I'm still poor. I can't play these
Yeah,
games.
Bolivians. $53. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a little bit expensive. And
Not
then
worth
to
it
drop
unless
the
you have
price
4
down.
friends to play with.
Well,
Yeah.
who has 4 friends to play with? Come on.
I don't have 4 friends at all.
I don't have $4.
So Hollow Knight, what's that about?
Hollow Knight it's what it sounds like. It's a lot like Ori and it's what it sounds like. It's a game about a knight. He's hollow.
I have no idea what that. It sounds
Okay,
like nothing.
So it's a little bit. It reminds me of Ori and the Blind Forest. It's all this hand-drawn art. It looks really nice, and at the same time, it's a
It
bit.
looks really nice.
I can't get into it more than that. Come
All
on.
right, so we got that one.
I can't describe it
$11.21.
Exactly.
It's a little
on
odd.
the dot.
I don't
Is that
like
a
that.
lot?
Are these sales guaranteed to be continuing to go on by the time this airs?
Yeah, absolutely. Unless Hunter
Don't they do
really
the
messes
daily
up.
deals where they
No.
really
This is
refresh it?
it's weekly.
It goes until like July. Like the
Ooh.
first
Yeah.
until July 4th, I think.
But in the past, they've done the daily deal. But I guess this stuff
Shell
stays. That's good.
shockers.
That's good.
Well, let's hope so. If right now you're trying to get Dishonored 2, and you're saying, well, the VGS boys said it was going to be $24.99, Steam folks. How come
Write
it
us a
isn't?
handwritten letter.
Please.
In
I will.
blood.
Send it in a snail mail and put a nice drawing on it for Andy.
Please don't send us a bloody letter. So we also have Resident Evil 7, $47. Final Fantasy games on Steam. There's a huge cut. What was it?
50% off every Final Fantasy
on
game
every Final
on
Fantasy
Steam.
game.
Now, you can buy Final Fantasy 7 for like $13, and you should do it because
Yeah.
on a PC it's just so much fun. It's such a good time, but please don't buy Type 0. The PC port was terrible.
All right,
That was
I won't
just
do that. We got
absolutely
Hyper Life
terrible.
Drifter, 50% off the Call of Duty franchise too. Watch Dogs 2. I know you just picked that up, Liam, for your fancy new rig.
Oh yeah, that
And-
game honestly is worth what it's going for right now, which I believe is like $30 or something.
Something along
39.
those lines.
39
$39.
You think
That-
it's a $40 game? It's
It's a
$220.
$40 game. It's like a lot of people held back because like Watch Dogs 1 was very disappointing, but
Yeah.
like this is what Watch Dogs 1 should have been and a bit more.
I really don't like the cool kind of alternate vibe that they have in that game, though. You know,
I hated it in the trailers, but once I got into it, like
it's not your main character isn't so much of that.
Yeah,
the world is
good.
The world is a little bit of that. I find it a little annoying. But
I did too, and like the loading screens are like 2011 Rage comics and shit like that. It's like
And this is Fidget Spinner himself saying it. So imagine me.
The millennial saying it's too millennial.
I don't think he's a fan of that name. And then we also have 63% Mafia 3. I got a question for you guys. So, under $20 for this game. Have you ever played a game, or rather didn't play a game, but instead watched like every video of it on YouTube or Twitch instead of actually playing it?
It's like 90% of the YouTube community.
So I'm poor, so that's how I play
Okay,
games.
all right, but this
people.
was like, do you ever, this is very important. Do you watch it sequentially? Like, oh, we got to see what happens next chapter? Or is it, I just want to see bursts of goodness?
No, sequentially.
I never watch YouTube videos.
Okay, well, that's great. You're really speaking to our community again. What do you mean you never? I know that is not true because you are logged into my YouTube account and now all my recommended videos are about the goddamn mountain goats.
Shout out the mountain goats.
And folks, the mountain goats, if you look them up, are not the friendly creatures on hooves. They're in fact this alternative band that Liam Brand likes. I'm very upset about it. Because I thought mountain goats exciting. I'm gonna, it's gonna be like a special about rocky terrained animals, but it's not.
Anyways,
so you watch YouTube videos.
I watch I'm not gonna name drop. Actually, I watch Extra Credit. It's great.
Yeah.
And I watch this channel all the time. After I make a video, after I record it, I go back and watch the whole thing. I'm incredibly entertained.
But you don't do that. You don't watch the other games that you haven't bought yet, though.
No, I never watch playthroughs.
But you've done that. Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm poor, right? So
you've mentioned that about 7 times.
I know.
now.
It's my secret way of telling you to pay me more money.
Oh, okay.
Is it working?
So you're poor. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm poor. So for me to shell out, 60 dead presidents for a game, like when Mafia 3 came out, and it's like pretty unplayable, huge frame rate drops, all of that jazz.
Do you pay for your games in American money? Because we don't have that on our money. Is that how you pay?
And also, games are like $80.
See, this is why I'm poor. Money is not my strong suit.
Okay.
See, I keep buying all this American money, and the people at the stores keep calling me to get out.
Do you think we have presidents on our Canadian dollars?
Yes, you know that goose. We've never had the goose president.
I think we should have a goose president. Why not?
So you make no money.
President, you mean?
Isn't there a goose on one of the bills?
It's called a loony.
No, I'm not. The bills. I'm certain he doesn't go and say, "Here's the loonies,
that
folks."
That small child playing hockey was once a great president.
All right. So what's your business?
So when a game releases and it's pretty much unplayable, you can't have fun with it. Like, it gets in the way of you enjoying it. I'm not talking about a game that's just fundamentally bad. You can still have a good time with it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a game where it's like game-breaking bugs and stuff. When you pay full price for that, it just feels like you're getting kicked in the nuts.
No, I feel that. Like, that was a bit. Did you guys have that with? Because I got that with Friday the 13th, the game that now is just finally getting some patches.
That's a Kickstarter game though, so that kind of that feels expected. But I think Arkham Knight was one that people were very pissed off about when that dropped. That was like unplayable on PC.
Absolutely,
and that would work a lot better to just watch videos of because it's such a cinematic game.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so fun.
It is a lot of fun. But Mafia 3, I saw that there's a lot of issues with the gameplay, like you're saying, the bug issues, but they had a pretty strong story. So, maybe $20 now, but now I won't play it. There's no way. I've already seen every moment. There's no chance I'm dropping, 20 dead presidents for that.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. What are anything else big that we need to go on before this interminable segment ends?
You could buy Transistor for $3.29. That's a great game.
That is a good game.
I know you hate it, but you can still enjoy it.
Excuse me. I don't hate it.
You strongly dislike
I'm not
Transistor.
good at Transistor.
But for $3, for the
It is
price
a
of
tough
2 cups of coffee here in Canada with your dead president bills, it's a decent buy. And Rust, $10.99.
Well, that's the exciting thing. So we went to Steam and we looked and said, you know what? I want a game that we can play with friends. We have a few friends here, or at least people that I pay to be on the show sometimes. So not really friends.
And pay to be your friends, yeah.
There we go. It's like a very funny moment that we had. One of our editors here, Hunter, was just bragging that he had all these great videos, views, a lot more than, Liam did. And I had to take him aside and just say, I didn't take him aside. I told everyone, Hunter, that's because I paid for some marketing behind this. You didn't get those 1,200 views yourself. And I think, Liam, you had a pretty good analog
the analogy
there.
of, being excited that you have a girlfriend, but it turns out that Andy's just paying a prostitute to like you.
Yeah. So that's kind of what is the reality for Hunter Carson. But We want to play a game together, and we found out Rust, mostly because of the genitalia. I'm not going to lie. That's what brought us to this.
That's really what brought you to that?
That's what brought me to the world of Rust, and then the gameplay took it home. And yeah, it's $11 right now. I bought it full price like a fool a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to get all the guys to be a part of the team. And if you want to play too, be on the VGS team, we really want you. So we decided to go to Steam reviews, because it seems like a reasonable place to start to see what people thought about the game. There are 180,000 Steam Rust reviews. There are 180,000 Steam Rust reviews.
One of them's mine.
There are 180,000 Steam Rust reviews.
Sorry, there's what?
Okay. So this is just, we curated some of the highlights, and if you would, please, I'd like to go through them. And guys, you know, feel free to interject and give your thoughts and feelings, because I'm doing this for you. I really want us all to play. I want us to see what it's like to run around naked and throw rocks
I already
at each
told
other.
you I own it.
Well, for the segment, it's the joke that I'm doing this, so maybe shut your goddamn mouth. Okay. So this was posted on June 1st. This gave this person, the Soviet Ninja, give it a thumbs up. Here's a Steam review. Number 1, watch some YouTube videos. Number 2, get hyped up. Number 3, thinks it looks easy and you can manage. Number 4, try it yourself and fail horribly. Number 6, spit salt everywhere. Number 7, rage quit. Number 8, wait a moment to cool down. Number 9, repeat. 10 out of 10, will play every day.
At least he has a system down.
He does. He knows the methods.
He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a man with a plan, a 9-step plan to be exact, and I like it.
Yeah, so that's a bit long for your taste. I know, Liam, you like things short and punchy, like a fidget spinner. So I'm going to keep going with this one. This is from 29287, another thumbs up, saying, I chased a guy with a rock, around a rock. The game rocks. 10 out of 10. There we go.
That's great.
This was a positive review as well from Novacore87. Guy fed me, then locked me in his house to be a sex slave. 11 out of 10. So another positive, even though that's what he did. So that was a little surprising.
At least, you know what? At least he's making his own story in the game, you know? He's having a good time.
This does.
He's making friends.
It does feel like
we talked about this about Destiny 2. It's
Oh, what's that noise? It's about emergent storytelling, isn't it?
emergent storytelling. That really would. Yeah, that's it.
It's about creating your own stories in the world around you. Now, I don't know about, he seemed happy to be a sex slave.
Well, maybe that's his own, inner feelings about it, but...
If we were all playing, who do you think would end up being the sex slave?
I don't think I'm at liberty to say.
No?
Yeah. It's Hunter.
Okay, we all agree with that. And this is the final review that I wanted you guys to know because I think it was important. It's about someone that played the game for 479 hours.
Those are rookie numbers.
But he gave it a bad review. He's now doing his review at number 479. I'm going to do a quick search here, guys. What do you guys think about 479 hours into 10? Let's just make sure I have this right. That is 21 days, folks.
It's nearly a whole month.
That is nearly a month of, and this is like you're logged in playing.
About.
A month of your life that you could have stopped at any time. No one said you had to keep doing it, and this was his thoughts. Rust is an amazing game, one of, if not the best. But the thing that drives literally everyone away from it is the cancerous community. The community in Rust is quite possibly the most toxic and unfair group of people you ever lay your eyes on, and you might truly think they all deserve to die. And I think they do. On a modded server where you need to farm for an hour before you'll even be able to think about getting a base, it's impossible without 4 people coming and molesting you, destroying you on speakers, getting a water pipe, and killing you. I wouldn't play this game again.
And then he played it for 400
That
hours.
entire concept is the reason I play that game. It teaches
For the
you...
toxic community, I'm a little scared of it though, boys.
You should be.
I'm a little afraid. So what do you think? Do you think you're going to get it? It's $10. It's $11 right now.
Yeah, if you got a good friend group to play with, but it also seems like a trend that happened like 3 years ago.
Well, maybe now the toxicity's died down because we're past it. We're post Rust in terms of our trending.
That's true.
I just can't wait to see who gets locked up as the sex slave first. It's Hunter.
This week in gaming.
I've got to do the news!
We're bringing it back, folks. News of the week. And this week, by far, the most interesting and pertinent piece of news is the announcement from Atari that they're back into the console market. They're bringing out a new console, baby. Are you excited?
No.
Nothing?
Maybe. You know what?
Little bit?
I'll give it a try. Maybe. I'll give it a chance.
What if it's called the Atari box and it looks cool?
If it looks cool, then I mean, I'm definitely going to have to check it out.
It's got to be it then.
I love Atari.
Who's that? Hold on. What's that?
I've never heard that voice
What's
before.
that voice?
Where's it coming
I've
from?
been on this show plenty of
It
times.
looks like John Hamm lost 80 pounds.
I hate you guys.
That is Hunter Carson, folks. That round of applause. You know, we thought Liam had to take a break because I kicked him out. And
You fired him. Liam's no longer with the show.
he'll be here later. We thought that it was appropriate to have Hunter on because we were bad-mouthing him a little bit in the past segment. It wasn't the
Just-
nice.
Wait, that's why you put me on? Because you were
Bit.
Not because we think you're going to
because you said I would be a sex slave in Rust?
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't think there's any proof that that was what was said.
I mean,
It's recorded
I'm
video.
still not. I'm denying it completely. It's Hunter.
Yeah, me and Jesse are categorically against it.
Video evidence is a prime contributing
So
factor.
Atari games are going to be making a remake. A huge comeback. There's a new Atari box. It's a new console. So the thought influencers over at Atari decided, you know, they're looking at the numbers and said, who are the biggest names in gaming? Who are the people that will move the needle to the fidget spinning crowds? VGS. So they came to us and said, Andy, Jesse, and for some reason Hunter, give us your best shot. I want you to give us some remake ideas for some of our best titles. So this is just a small collection, I would say.
A little sample platter, you know.
Exactly, of some of the remakes we would take. Now, my first one has to be the 1980s hit Centipede. We've all played Centipede before. We know what it looks like. I would like it to be remade in the art house film Raw. You remember Raw? That's been going and made people sick in the theater. So Centipede, it starts with a mild-mannered centipede that is vegan and doesn't want to eat anything, but then starts to get taste for meat. And that taste for meat goes into an even more deadlier meat, the protagonist. So it would be very art deco, kind of going around this. Hunter, we're over here. Stop looking at yourself in the goddamn mirror. So I want a 1980s Centipede Raw version, voiced, of course. I would do the Kim Kardashian just because I think she doesn't get enough work.
And that game now gets muted while I play it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, but she has that,
I'll still
that
play it.
nice vocal fry.
Stop it.
No?
No.
It doesn't do it for you?
It's doing the opposite.
It
for
does
me.
the opposite. It's an
Yes.
inverse.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe they would pass on that one. What do you got there, Jessica?
Well, I mean, it's not nearly as good as Kim Kardashian voicing a centipede, but I do have Asteroid, in which instead of playing as a guy blowing up asteroids, you now play as the asteroid.
what?
You are the asteroid. You have to float through space. You have to make sure that you don't die,
God.
don't hit into other planets, don't
Yeah.
hit into other. You gotta avoid black holes
And avoid the guy that's shooting at you, because
Yeah, exactly.
that's happening, right?
That scary motherfucker is chasing
Yeah.
you around the place trying to kill you. And this entire game is kind of just you're trying to live your life as an asteroid, and this guy just won't stop trying.
Kind of like the
kill you.
rock star treatment
Yeah, a little bit.
to asteroids. So like, do
Absolutely.
you have a family that you have to take care of, like Red Dead Redemption style?
Oh, you know what? Now you're adding in a whole.
See,
new layer.
this is how we brainstorm. We build
Brainstorming.
off.
It's
we build
working.
off on something. So it started as just an expose, a really cool singular piece on asteroids, and now he's got a family. What does he have to do for his family? Hunter, this is pitch session. What does he have to do?
For his family, I think, it's a rough world out there in space. You know, he has to
the rough county of space.
That's
the
tough.
rough county of the
space.
entire space.
Of space. No, space is tarred.
I mean, it's a cold vacuum where no one can hear
Yeah.
you scream because a man shot
So what
your
does he do?
asteroid
What does he
family.
do? What is? Oh, so maybe that's it.
Maybe.
His
Or maybe you're
asteroid
out
family.
for revenge for your
a
asteroid.
revenge
It's a
story.
revenge story for your asteroid family.
Okay.
You're out for space blood.
Imagine if the final mission was you had to like crash into a planet that like killed your son and kill all the life on the
Okay,
planet.
hold on. Here's a full circle.
Okay.
That planet, ladies and gentlemen, planet Earth.
Oh,
It's how the dinosaurs
You
died.
killed the dinosaurs.
That's it.
Oh, plot twist.
We will take our check in the mail. So Atari is also very famous for, of course, the very popular brands of Pac-Man, both Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. So here's an idea. We open up. It's a fully 3D VR experience. You open up your door into your home. You're Pac-Man coming home. You see all the beautiful pictures of you and Miss Pac-Man on the countertop, but you notice that your home is just a little askew. A few things are away.
Oh no.
And then you see in the kitchen blood.
Oh dear.
Turns out You think that your wife was murdered and kidnapped. You go to the police, you put out search flyers. Miss Pac-Man, though, she's been planning this all along. It's a fake, it's a falsehood. We're talking the Gone Girl treatment for Mr. and Miss Pac-Man. What do you guys think? You can see it working?
Hunter's mind is getting blown.
He's
over
really,
here.
he's feeling it.
He is wrapping his head around
Yeah.
this concept as you say it.
Do you know what I mean?
I think there should be more ghosts in it. It's
Well,
not
hold
a good
on.
Batman game.
No, hold
but
on.
it's a great
Whoa,
We're
game.
not there yet. We're not
Come on,
there
we
yet.
gotta brainstorm some more.
Okay.
So, as very similar to the plot of Gone Girl, who's the female actress in Gone Girl?
Oh,
come on.
Oh, the blonde girl.
It's not Laura Dern. Rose Byrne.
Not Rose Byrne. She was in a James Bond movie. Jesse, look her up. Quick.
Or we gotta do this quickly. So Miss Pac-Man, who's played by this actor that we don't know, she goes on her own journey and she starts to realize that her life might actually be better with Mr. Pac-Man.
Rosamund Pike.
That is
Rosamund
who
Pike.
it was.
There we go.
Yes.
Rose
So just
something.
like Rosamund Pike, she tries to craft a way to get back in, and she does so by eating the ghost and getting the berries from one Neil Patrick Harris in a very odd sex scene.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
So, and I think we name it the one ghost they couldn't eat is love. What do you guys think?
That'd look good on a movie poster.
Couldn't you see that? And
You know,
they,
Pac-Man in the
maybe that's what they
background,
need.
all dramatic.
Atari needs to get into like the game movie ways. No? Does anyone see it?
I could see it. You know what? The new breakout Pac-Man game.
Yeah.
We're flipping the gameplay on its head.
We're
man.
right on its head,
You know what?
boys.
No
It'd be
one's
like
gonna
a
see it
David
coming.
Cage game with all the cutscenes and everything.
You need a
Cinematic
flagship
Pac-Man.
video game for your brand new console. Your Atari, you haven't been on the market
Yeah.
for God knows how long. You know what? That's the Pac-Man game they need. It's not the
what I need.
Pac-Man game that we deserve, though.
There you go.
It'd be amazing.
So what's your last one? Because I know you
My last one-
Because I got one that's a little contentious, but I want you to go first.
A little contentious. Andy,
Little
you're
bit.
all contentious.
That's it. Go ahead.
So my last game is Jungle Hunt. Now, Jungle Hunt on the Atari was no big deal. You know, you're just playing as a guy trying to survive through the deadliness of the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
But I have spun it so that now it's a Twitch game. So as a Twitch streamer, you invite your followers, your subscribers, you know, maybe even some of the plebs in the chat. You invite them into the game, and now you're trying to make your way through this dense forest while your followers and subscribers are trying to kill you. They're trying to take you out of the game, so you have to survive. So I can see some really, really good Twitch gameplay for some streamers, you know, really getting into it.
So
with
hold
their
on.
chat.
It's like the Twitch people are trying to kill you?
The people that watch you on Twitch are trying to kill you.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
That's taking the toxic community against you, though.
Yes.
Yeah, what game would it be for? What would you be a Twitch streamer of? Like League of Legends?
No, it's Jungle Hunt. This is the
Jungle
game
Hunt.
we're
Come on,
pitching.
man.
Wait, that's
the game.
It's not a Twitch player who's playing a game. It's a Twitch player who's in Jungle Hunt.
Oh God,
I'm
this guy.
turned around.
Maybe we should call Liam back in.
We might have. No.
Can I at
No.
least pitch my idea?
Please.
Oh,
I've been
he
waiting.
has a
Please,
pitch?
Please.
Yeah, I'm saying I got okay. Everyone knows classic Lunar Lander, right?
Yeah.
Imagine Lunar Lander, but the whole game is like that opening scene in Halo. Was it ODST?
Yeah.
Where you're dropping down from your pod or something like that. It's like make Lunar Lander, but it's standby for Titanfall.
Just the whole again and again and again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if
Sell
I'd
it
pay
for, like-
full price for that.
No, you don't pay
You
full
calling that
price.
an 80 dead presidents game? Yeah, we're bringing dead presidents.
You can make a story mode. I don't know.
What would
What
the
would be the
story
story
be?
mode?
The
You're a
story
man
mode
falling
is
through the. Are you Rocket Man?
that's how
Oh,
that's how
maybe.
each mission.
He's the Rocket Man.
That's how each mission starts. You land on the planet, and then it can turn into a first-person, third-person shooter.
So I
game
like-
of your choice.
I like the nugget you have. I don't think it's a full-fleshed idea.
I-
You gotta go home, write some notes.
Yeah.
You know, think it through.
I think
maybe
there's
something
ways
there.
to go. I think I still want to invest. I still think it's a great investment.
you can have all my dead presidents for it.
Okay, you got to stop with that. It wasn't funny the first 30 times.
I'm not funny.
Finally, this is the last one. It's like a magic realism game. You know, there's a lot of walking simulators.
Oh,
A lot of
yes.
those are very popular on Steam and Twitch and things like that. A lot of great ones. So this one, you're walking through, and you're kind of walking through your memories. Magic surrealism. So they've done some pretty wacky things. Turns out you're living through the past experiences of someone that got a little bit too close. Someone that may have crossed the line.
Oh my goodness.
Call it Space Invaders. What do you think?
Ooh.
Space Invaders for 2017. It's edgy, but while not going over the edge, still going to be sensitive, but has nothing to do with aliens or shooting things in a line.
So it's title alone. That's like when they made the Battleship movie,
Yes.
but had one scene that was sort of related to the Battleship.
That's exactly.
board
It's
game.
just this entire game is just a play on words of Space Invader.
But I hated that movie.
That's not what this. It's a different
How
thing.
did you draw that conclusion? Oh,
It's a
dear.
very different thing. So listen, Atari, you got to get to us because these are the money makers. This has been it for News of the Week. We're running out of time, so we got to take just the quickest of breaks. We're going to do a magical transition, and this man is going to change into something else. Thank you again, Hunter. Movie licensed games. We all remember them. I can think of a few of, like, literally some of my top 10 games that I've ever played are due to a big corporation releasing a movie. And we just kind of looked and realized that doesn't really happen a lot anymore, if ever. So we thought it'd be appropriate to kind of look at some of the games that really did kill it. Do you guys have any off the top of your head that is not written on a Google Doc in front of you?
Off the top of my head, I can only... Yeah, that's what you get for being out of the room. I'm taking
Everything
over
that
now.
was like,
Get out.
everything that was in the top of my head is on the page. So
Go ahead. What do we got? Liam, tell me what you
Go,
like.
I'm giving you
oh
the go
well,
ahead.
like okay, come on, like
No, you
Spider-Man
can
2.
use it from the
Spider-Man
thing.
2 is like
Okay, Speedman 2.
Just like everybody loves it. It's the best Spider-Man game ever made, and it was just made in tandem with this like the Tobey Maguire film.
Yeah, the awful Tobey Maguire film.
Oh come on, no, that's a great.
Oh,
film.
2. Yes, excuse
Yeah.
me. That's with Doc Ock, man.
Yeah,
That was
a great
solid.
one with Tony Molina.
Tony Molina.
Yeah,
I just think of
that's
his
his
Frida Kahlo's husband. That's what I know him
What?
as.
Alfred Molina.
Thank you, Hunter. Alfred
Thank
Molina.
you.
We got there. That's a quick note. Alfred Molina. Okay. So that was great. I remember at the time, it was a big budget game, though, too. It wasn't like a rinky dinky Burger King game that you got with your meal.
Oh yeah, well I mean for the time, like now it looks quite dated. But
It does,
like,
but at the time, it was like,
open
this is,
world.
this
It's
is a
New
big
York.
release.
Yeah.
And it's web slinging fun, man.
Oh, so good.
I think of the best ones that I ever played, and it's still one of my favorite games of all time. The Hercules game that came out had
So good.
just classic gaming tropes, whether it was, a shooting segment for the training areas, fighting the goddamn centaur at the beginning, that first
And now
boss.
to clarify, because there were a lot of Hercules games, but it's the Disney's Hercules.
Yes.
The side scroller that was in the Disney style, and you play the first level where you're beating up the straw-filled bags.
Westwood Studios,
that
they
game.
did that.
Oh,
They did
so good.
Aladdin, which came out at the same time, and they did Lion King, which was kind of the Disney trifecta that people, like, that's how you play. I'm from a time even where that is when, those are the games that came out. Like, that's when you knew games were coming out, when movies were coming out. And that is so the opposite now. Anything else you could
I
just think of?
it changed with the generational jump from PS3 to PS4.
I would even
games
say
became
PS2 to PS3.
I don't know.
Yeah, more on that side.
PS2 was the age of quality movie license games,
Yeah.
and then PS3 was like a surplus of exceptionally bad movie license games, and then I think games just became too high budget.
Yeah, way too big.
And that took too much time to develop to keep up with movie releases.
Do y'all
And that's
remember
why we
these?
don't see them anymore.
Y'all remember the Harry Potter movie
Oh,
tie-in
they were
games?
so good. Ooh.
Third person
You
shooters.
like the- okay, so you did
Uncharted
like those
style.
games.
I liked those games. I still remember playing the original Harry Potter tie-in movie game on my old-ass Xbox with
Yeah.
the huge chunky control. You know what? It was a little bit ahead of its time, man. You
Well,
hop on
dude,
your broomstick, fly around a little bit.
I like that just because I wanted to get the potions, man. I want to
was
make
good
sure
stuff.
if I didn't get an A in potions, I would not be having a good week.
You're going to get
I do that
expelled
shit.
from Hogwarts, Andy.
You couldn't do that, though. You couldn't
No.
kill anyone either, which was
Well, I mean-
a little bit weird. And Chaser, have you played a game in the 2000s? You played a game starring Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah.
Because he had a bunch, right,
yeah.
Liam? Like he had
He had so many, but I think the two most notable ones, both of which I rented from Blockbuster, never fully bought. But the Chronicle of Riddick games,
Yes.
which were solid first-person stealth
Yeah.
games, like kind of like Deus Ex type games.
Yeah, well-
like pretty decent. And then there was what was it, Wheelman?
Man.
Oh, and that was famed for its backwards driving mechanic, where you can just drive and there's some dudes behind you, and you just pop a 180,
Yeah.
start driving backwards and shooting all the guys behind you.
Because you're the wheelman.
Brilliant. It's a
There was
living,
no,
breathing
there wasn't a
movie video
wheelman
game.
movie, was there?
Oh, there's got to be.
Okay, let's
Wait,
go
hold
to
up.
the.
They all
bowels
hop
of
on the
internet.
Google.
Wheelman.
Wheelman movie.
Was it just a Vin Diesel game?
I think it
Oh
was
my
just
God,
a
it
Vin
was.
Diesel. It's just Vin Diesel exclusive.
That's honestly great.
You can't get away from Vin
All right,
Diesel. He's everywhere.
let's just make sure about this because I don't want anyone to be upset about this. Well,
According to Google, Wheelman movie rights have recently been picked up by Netflix.
I saw that too. Jeremy Rush is trying to. They might be making this. Ooh,
That's
I'm a little
so great.
excited. I don't. There's no word if Vin Diesel is attached though. So
And
I
why-
mean,
and
can
why Vin
anybody
Diesel?
really
Is he, like-
reprise that role?
Is he the ultimate badass, or is it because he's like a bit of a nerd? Like he likes games and he likes Dungeons and
Well,
Dragons.
we got to think when this came out, this is like prime XXX time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And right when Fast and Furious didn't have 1,000 different articles describing it, you know, like it was just Fast and Furious, not Too Fast, Fate of the Furious, that sort of thing. So that was, Wheelman wasn't the best example, but I think it's just because he was so badass. But yeah, I don't know. Where are those games now? There was a Cars 3 game that just came out that's kind of like a Cars RPG, which I love, just following Lightning McQueen and
Solid
getting a
car PG.
hijinks. Oh, car.
I was waiting for you to say it.
What's that? Say it one more time.
It's a car PG.
A car PG, folks.
2017, what a time to be alive.
It's a car PG. But where is like the Fate of the Furious game? You know?
Yeah. It's like I said, too high budget nowadays.
Where
I
is
don't
the
think you can
Sofia
keep up.
Coppola's like Beguiled game about a trans family? Where's that?
I think it exists on the mobile store. If you like you get it as a mobile app.
That was I did remember that as like a PS Vita exclusive, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was a commercial game. It was they made something similar with Angry Birds. I'm just gonna keep going with this.
I think if we're going to talk about like actually good movie licensed
Sure.
games, one that you don't remember, but I think Jesse remembers, the Ghostbusters game.
Oh God, it was
So
so
when
it was so
tell
good.
me about this, because I don't know where I was when this happened. I was just kicking it probably.
It
But
was
when
like-
was this came out?
I don't
We have access. to
like.
the
I'll say like
internet.
2010 around then.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
A PS3 game, and it was really unique because it would be kind of like Uncharted almost, where it was like
This
really
weird,
linear story.
hyper-realistic, good stuff, man.
Yeah, it was like really linear storytelling, and like really linear levels. But it was essentially like ghost hunting and like.
And the level design was so fresh and good, and the ghost hunting felt so clean.
And this is with the
It was
original
really, really
cast
unique,
too.
yeah.
yeah,
really
actually
unique,
animated
like,
in the
Oh,
game.
and they all lent their voices to it as well.
Hmm.
They were all alive at that point.
It's really the epitome of what a good movie licensed game should be.
Okay. What do you
really
guys
fresh
think?
mechanics,
The
for
epitome,
sure.
but this didn't come out with the release of the movie, though.
Yeah, it was
This came out
decades later.
Yeah, 2009. So, what do you guys think is your choice of the best? You said it there. The epitome of a movie tie-in game. What do you think? Just rack your brain for the one that has been right. Like it came out right with the game, with the movie rather, and maybe it did something a little bit different, but was still true to it. Because I got my answer. If one of you bastards take it, I'm going to be very upset.
Was it the Warriors?
It was not the Warriors. Because again, that came out decades after
it?
the
Oh,
movie
shit.
came out.
Because the Warriors game is almost as popular as the movie.
Yeah, it
It's
has a
like
similar
Yeah.
so
following.
good.
So I'll start since I introduced this a little unfair. It was during the release of Matrix Reloaded. The game Enter the Matrix came out in 2003. It was an alternative kind of telling of the world and of the story of the Matrix, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was great.
It was a lot of fun, and it
You
was
could
different.
wall run, you could dodge bullets and all
Bullet
these cool
time
ways.
like crazy. It was just unbelievable.
If it had more solid mechanics, it'd be better than Max Payne, honestly.
Did you
That's
like
a
that
bold
one or
claim.
Path of Neo?
Path of Neo was the one I think I played the most.
Yeah,
But that was
'cause
just a timing thing.
that was not tied in with a movie as much. It was more like Enter the Matrix was so good. But Path of Neo is another strong entry into that. But for me, Enter the Matrix. What about you boys?
I mean, it's got to be Spider-Man 2.
You took his one, man.
You know what? I'm taking it because I don't like Spider-Man. I'm the odd guy in the room right now. I'm not really
You're not a
big on
Spidey
Spider.
fan.
No, not really.
You're not a web slinger.
But you know what? But that's the thing. For a game to make me really
web
go,
slinger.
wow, like I feel like this really powerful guy just flying around from all these New York buildings, fighting all these guys, the Spidey sense mechanic. It was a great game.
do you remember the noise the Spidey sense mechanic made? And the little like things around his head that came up?
It was great.
Didn't that happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly?
The little white scribbles over
There
your
we
head.
go, white
Yeah.
scribbles.
Something along those lines.
All right, so
but
you got-
Spider-Man 2.
You got
I really
Spidey
remember,
too?
the Hulk game too, because
excellent choice.
It was the exact same map as Spider-Man 2.
that
It
is
was
a
New
strong
York,
showing.
but you could charge up your jump and like jump over buildings, and when you ran along them, you'd fucking destroy the buildings alongside them, and you could just like obliterate everything.
It was the
I don't remember if
destruction
the
in that game
itself was like, I don't remember if like the story was compelling or anything like that. I just remember like being a youngin' and spending so much time in that open world just beating shit up.
You
So
know
do we
what?
remember which one it was, though? Was it the Hulk video game, 2003?
I feel like it was the video game based
Or
off the Edward Norton film.
The Incredible Hulk, 2008. Oh, I'm looking now because I do. It's tough to remember.
No, it was the one that was on. I remember playing it on the original Xbox, so it would have been the 2003 one.
You know, that one also has a lot higher reviews, and I do remember this now. That one had the iconic scene of all the stuff you would do to tanks, right?
Yeah.
Where you would punch in the tanks and like throw them around.
Right.
Very strong choices, boys. Well done.
Well, most of them Marvel. You know, Marvel made good movie licensed games.
It's all about making you feel like a superhero, really, right? Like you really put you in that character's role.
So here's what I'm thinking. Why not? Well, they are. Square Enix is slated to make an Avengers game. Oh. They're making a big budget one. But why not have Star Wars tie-in games? Why not a Rogue One game? Because I would be remiss if I did not talk about the Phantom Menace video game that came out with the release of Phantom Menace 1.
Yeah, they had all of those.
It was incredibly fun. And 2 and 3, come on, 3?
Wait. Along those lines, though, I remember the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers game. Because that was a great tie-in game. Because that was a solid RPG.
I'm trying to remember.
Really enjoyed that. Because now we got a lot of Lord of the Rings spin-offs. We've got like Shadow of Mordor. We got War in the North. There's probably like an online Lord of the Rings. But like
there was.
The original movie licensed games, especially the Two Towers.
So let's ask the media world. What is the one movie license game you want? Because I'm going to take it right now. I want a Star Wars. I want Star Wars Rogue One game. That's what I wanted.
Easy choice.
We missed. It is an easy choice.
But are you going to get Star Wars Battlefront 2?
No. I want Star Wars Rogue One. That's what I wanted.
But it
That's
has
what I've
Rogue
always.
One content.
I want a movie tie-in. I want to feel those feelings when I played the nameless black general from the Phantom Menace. Do you remember that guy? He was protecting Padme. I played him for like 7 hours in that game. Yeah. He has 14 minutes of dialogue in the movie, but I loved him. Damn it! You know how many pod races I did?
Oh yeah.
You know how hard it was?
Well, Star Wars Pod Racer itself.
Okay, but that's a whole other thing. You know how hard it was to beat Sebulba? I'll tell you how hard it was for my 14-year-old self. Too damn hard. So the powers that be in the media, please give us back. Give me my Star Wars one. I'll let you guys have your final remittance to the gods here. What do you want?
Now they already made a Scott Pilgrim game. It was a little side-scrolling kind of Streets of Fury style thing, but I almost want more of a storytelling game centered around characters, kind of like what Night in the Woods did. I really want something with a story, just something that really appreciates some of the great character work.
LeBrand, we'll give you the final word here. Do you need a second? Do you need a second? Oh, bring it back. Do you need a second?
I mean, we already got a pretty good Mad Max game. I always thought that had a lot of potential, but like a proper Mad Max game. We haven't gotten a good James Bond game in a while.
Oh, he's got a point.
But we also haven't gotten a good James Bond movie in a while.
Oh, he went there.
I think that's pretty good, though. I think you're onto something. Maybe because they're shopping around for a new Bond.
Final choice?
They're shopping around for a new Bond. Maybe this would be how they get the money.
It would be a solid idea, but if I had to lock in a final choice,
you have to.
The Raid Redemption video game. Sleeping Dog style, building up the tower, fighting boss after boss.
Oh, you know what? I play that.
They do have the mechanics. They do have the mechanics. And it's esoteric enough that people will be like, I don't even know what this movie is. Yeah. You know, I would still like to do it. There we have it. That is our look at the movie license games. What about you guys? Is there a movie license game? You saw this flick and you thought, you know what? I want to have a movie that will couple with that experience and make it beautiful. We have to thank everyone that was a part of this show. I'm talking Hunter Carson, who is here, did some editing, the brand man himself, Jesse Earl, and all of you for watching. Please continue to watch. This week on Dialogue Wheel, we're talking about things a little more serious, about swastikas in Call of Duty, which is fun. And next week, we're going to be talking about Germany. Angela Merkel herself is going to be on the show. Did you guys know that?
I did not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to make sure to show up on time for
that. Do you guys speak German at all?
No.
No one, eh?
We'll do our best Google Translates.
That's VGS. Thanks, folks.
Without a doubt, the worst episode ever. Rest assured that I was on the internet within minutes, registering my disgust throughout the world.